Theory of evolution. Darwin's theory of evolution can be traced back to his observations during his famous voyage on the HMS Beagle, which he took from 1831 to 1836. During this voyage, Darwin collected specimens of plants and animals from around the world, and he observed the great diversity of life on Earth. He also noted that species varied in their physical characteristics, and he speculated that these variations might be due to differences in their environment. After returning from his voyage, Darwin spent many years studying and analyzing his observations. He read widely in the scientific literature of his time and corresponded with other scientists, including the geologist Charles Lyell and the ornithologist John Gould. Darwin's theory of evolution began to take shape as he considered the evidence he had collected and the ideas he had encountered. In 1859, Darwin published his book On the Origin of Species, which laid out his theory of evolution. The book caused a sensation and provoked intense debate, as it challenged many long-held beliefs about the nature of life on Earth. At the heart of Darwin's theory of evolution is the concept of natural selection. According to Darwin, all species of organisms have evolved over time from common ancestors through the gradual accumulation of small genetic variations. Some of these variations are beneficial, allowing individuals with those traits to survive and reproduce more effectively than others. This process of natural selection leads to the propagation of these beneficial traits in the population, while traits that are not beneficial tend to be weeded out. The process of natural selection can be illustrated through a simple example. Consider a population of moths that are predominantly light-colored, living in an environment where light-colored surfaces are common. However, in this environment, there are also dark-colored surfaces that moths can land on. Occasionally, a genetic mutation may arise that causes a moth to have dark coloring. If this trait is advantageous in the environment, for example, if it makes the moth more difficult for predators to see when it lands on a dark surface, then moths with this trait are more likely to survive and reproduce than those without it. Over time, the proportion of dark-colored moths in the population will increase, as they are more likely to pass on their advantageous trait to their offspring. Darwin's theory of evolution also suggests that the environment plays a critical role in the process of evolution. Organisms that are better adapted to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce, passing their advantageous traits on to their offspring. Over time, this can lead to the development of new species. For example, if a population of organisms becomes geographically isolated from other populations of the same species, they may be subject to different environmental pressures. Over time, this can lead to the accumulation of different genetic variations in the two populations, eventually resulting in the formation of two distinct species. One of the key implications of Darwin's theory of evolution is that all living organisms share a common ancestry. According to the theory, all life on Earth is descended from a single common ancestor, which lived billions of years ago. This idea has been supported by a wide range of scientific evidence, including the fossil record, comparative anatomy, and molecular biology. The fossil record provides a rich source of evidence for evolution. Fossils are the preserved remains of ancient organisms, and they can provide insights into the structure, behavior, and distribution of species that lived long ago. Fossils also provide evidence for the gradual evolution of species over time, as new species arise and others become extinct.